So uh, this is a pretty good solution for what we have, but it could be even better. And like one point why we would want to make it better is because at the end of the day we don't want to actually think, should I put everything inside a use ref, should I have everything inside a use callback when I'm using debounce, throttle, or any other function that might be related to timers. So we can actually abstract this logic out into a custom hook. So let's do that. And first of all, we will take a look at use callback. So I'm just going to revert to what we had earlier with use callback and just check if it's still working. Cool. So we have everything working now. And now we're going to create a hook for all of this. So let's call our hook use debounce. And we are going to just return something from here. So let's look at the API first, how we want it to look exactly. So I'm just going to write how I want it to look like. So it should give us a debounce function, and we will say use debounce, and here we want to pass the callback, and we also want to pass the delay, the amount of time that we should wait. And this is a pretty clean API, and let's try to build this hook around this API. So for our callback, we actually want to debounce this entire callback that is being passed to the debounce function from Lodash. So I'm just going to replace that here. For our delay, we want to wait 1000 milliseconds, and I'm just going to remove this. Similarly, here we'll accept a callback and a delay. For now, just let's just return the callback itself. And so right now it's not debouncing anything, it's just calling the callback itself. So now it's our job to debounce this. So that entire logic should live inside this use debounce hook. So let's do that. So here as well, we can actually create a debounce callback, and use a use callback to pass this callback that we provided. And we're just going to wait for that amount of time and just return a debounce callback. So sorry, this would actually need us to use a debounce, and it should accept a callback function here, which is what we passed here, and this is what we actually want to debounce. So the debounce function from Lodash, it should accept this callback and also accept a delay. And now in this use callback, we can let it only initialize once. And so this is actually creating a memoized function for us and returning the same. And since all of this is like inside a use callback, this will only be created once, and ensure that the debounce callback that we receive remains consistent across renders. So let's see if it's working. Cool. So it looks like it's working fine, and this is how it should work. And this is this is one way to create a custom hook. We can actually also use a use ref here instead of using a use callback, and do the same thing. So let's create an alternative hook for the same. So we can say function use debounce alt. It would have a similar signature, and it should also return a debounce callback. We actually forgot one thing here. We should actually recreate this debounce function if the delay is changing. So the dependency array should actually take delay. I'm not sure why the linter is not giving an error here. Usually it gives you an error that your dependency array doesn't include a variable that might require this function to be recreated. So I think that it works only if this is an inline function. So probably that's why it's not showing here. But the gist is that if the delay is changing, so for example, in our function usage here, in our hook usage here, we are passing a callback and we are also passing a delay. So let's say if this delay was controlled by a state variable, and if it was changing, we should ideally change our callback function as well that is being returned from here. We can take a look at an example of this later, and let's see if this is still working. Cool. So everything is still working and we are good to go. So now back to our debounce alt hook, and here we want to make use of a ref. So let's create a debounce callback first. And I'm just going to copy this for now and return the same debounce callback. And let's change to the second hook that we have. So right now it shouldn't work because we are actually just debouncing each and every function, and so this is actually doing the same thing. It's debouncing each and every keystroke. So now we actually want to change this to a logic that works in a way that we actually store this value that we are getting from the callback into a ref so that it remains consistent. So yeah, it sounds a bit complex, but let's take a look at that. So I'm just going to wrap this. Actually, let's create a function. Use ref, and here we want to actually refer to the value that we're getting from the debounce. Yeah. Okay. So right now, this, if we do it this way with a current and check if it's working. So we can see it's working right now, and what we're doing here is pretty similar to what we did with directly creating a debounce function of the ref earlier. So this hook works in a similar way, and we can see that we are creating a debounce callback and directly storing it on a ref value. And over here, like I'm directly referring to the dot current property of the ref object. So I can just return it in a similar fashion. However, it doesn't, this actually doesn't work if the delay is changing, because if you look at it here, like if this delay was being controlled from a state variable, and if this was changing, whenever this hook would be invoked, this would still refer to the original debounced value that we passed earlier, because we are not watching for the delay to be changing. So we can still fix this. So in order to fix this, we can add a use effect to run a side effect for us, and this is where we will perform our logic, and this effect should only run if the delay is changing. So if the delay is changing, we want to change the current property and update it to use the updated debounce callback. So since this is a const variable, I can't change it, so I can get rid of this, and now this would give us an object, and over here we can return debounce function dot current, and inside this effect we can say debounced fn dot current. It should update it to use the latest value of this. So now this is giving us a linting warning that it has a missing dependency of callback. And yeah, because if callback is changing, then this effect should still run. So let's also pass the callback here. And now this looks like it should work, although I don't think it would work. So yeah, this is still not working, and the reason for that is because we are running this effect whenever callback is changing. And if you look at our implementation of this hook, the usage of this hook, we are passing an arrow function here as the callback that would change, that would be different on each and every render. So the reference that we are receiving for the callback would be different for each and every render, and because of that, this effect would end up running on each and every render, therefore creating and updating this current value to a fresh debounce each and every time. So that isn't what we want. So we will actually have to memoize this callback to ensure that we don't recreate it on each and every render. So let's do that. Let's call this memoized callback, and this would be a use callback. I'm just going to pass the callback and an empty dependency array. So now this would only be created once as the component mounts and invokes this hook. And now we can actually put this thing up, and over here we can pass the memoized callback to our debounce, similarly here as well. And now we will have to update the dependency array. Cool. So now this should work, I think. Yep. Cool. So this is working, and just to review this section, first of all, I think this is the implementation using a ref is a bit more complex than using a use callback, although I did end up also writing this using a ref because I was getting some linting errors in my TypeScript linter. I think that is probably a problem with the TypeScript linter, like probably a bug, which I hope would be fixed soon, although I still need to explore a bit on that. But just to review this section, so whenever we are invoking this debounce alt hook over here, we are creating a memoized callback, and since we are using a callback hook here, this would only be created once, the first time that this hook is invoked, and now this won't ever change during the lifetime of this component. So even though we are passing this to the use effects dependency array, this won't be changing. And because this won't be changing, the debounce function that we create over here or over here in the use effect, it would refer to the same one. And this use effect will not be run as the callback is changing, because as I mentioned, since this is an arrow function, it would create a fresh callback reference on each and every render. But since we already memoized that callback, we don't have to worry about that being changing and causing our effect to run multiple times. And this this is the gist of the entire solution. Let's also take a look at what would happen if we were to directly control this delay from the state and just make sure that our hook still works. So I'm just going to create a delay variable here and a setter for that, set delay, and just initialize it to a number 0. And coming to a render function, let's just create an input here. Input type is equal to number, and we can say on change. This will give us an event, and we want to set the delay e.target.value, and since this will be serialized, we will have to cast that into a number. And now we can pass the delay here. So this is what I was talking about earlier. So now if our delay is dynamic, I should also pass the value here. Cool. So now even if our delay is dynamic for a debounced callback, that should still update dynamically for this hook. So let's make sure that this is working. So right now we have a delay of 0, so there should be no lag as we type. And now let's make this delay, let's make this 1000. Cool. So this is working exactly how we expect it to. And now change it back to 0. And now it's not waiting. So yeah, looks like our hook is working how we expect it to work. We can also check if the original hook was working fine, changing to that. So it's working fine for 0. If we change it to 1000, cool. So that is being debounced correctly. That's all we had for this video. I hope you learned something new, or probably found a new way to look at these things. I'm not still sure if this is the best way to do these things, but I think it's a pretty solid solution. But if you think there is a better way to write these sort of hooks, I would be happy to hear your feedback on this. So we also created a Discord channel that you guys can join, and we can also chat about different kinds of things there. So do give that a try. I'll add a link to the description. And if you want to take a look at the repository for this code, we also have uploaded that to GitHub. You'll find the link in the description for that. And I also wrote a blog post on this that I'll also include if you want to read through it or maybe save it for later. So that's all I had for today, and hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe and take care. Bye.